to personnel and say, where's my money? And then they realize, and they told and pointed out to you, the IRS gets their cut. You get the leftover. That's what makes us a bunch of ducks and sheep. You see, what happens is most consumers, probably you didn't look at the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. So it says a corporation's a legal person under SS4. So today, I'd like you to write down irs.gov one more time. This time, I want you to write down 1244. See, you can take an SSN and SS4, file one tax return, and almost pay no tax ever again if you play by the rules and tools. So you get one SSN, that's all we get. And then most people screw it up for 9 out of 10 too. Corporation gets an SS4, and if they sue the corp, they sue you. What am I supposed to do? Well, the reality is simple, like the banks and grocery stores do. They have subsidiaries. I wrote the division process in 1985 and 86. So if a corporation manages entities and one screws up, you can go get another one. You don't have to bring the pain home ever again. But that's up to you. Understanding how to play. So keep in mind today, line of defense, all right, become a certified CFO, and on top of that, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. See, let's compare the SSN. That means that we're a bunch of sheep. And then the SS4. We can be a flying eagle today. So let's think about this today. I have to rebuild every one of you because you use their SSN and repackage you so you can be a CFO for the corporate divisions. At the same time, I'd like to, if you allow me to, get a tax ID for you, put your name on line 1. You see, you can have your line of defense right away. As we're rebuilding you, choose wisely from now on and understand what a corporate umbrella really is. Put all your ducks in a row. That's the ultimate goal. So let's think today. A division of you receive money, daisy chain credit. Because if you got everything all screwed up, we have a division you build that faster than we build you, or do them simultaneously. You see, a division U is very simple. It's getting credit under the tax ID. I always charge $999. During a broadcast, I give you half price off because I don't have to pay commission to somebody. So it's $4.99 if you want a division of you. Take a picture of Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Put in the message and what you use Zelle for, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So remember that form I told you to look at again and again? Dissect it. Remember line 1. Remember SSN is for the 1040 tax return. And in the left-hand corner, it says SS5. That's IRS, by the way. Now let's compare SSN to SS4. Very simple to do. Corporation, it says legal name of entity or individual person right there on line 1. So today, that's a corporation, division, subsidiary, or a division of you. So I can build you a division of yous faster than I can rebuild your credit, or do them both simultaneously. That would be the goal. That way you're a certified CFO. Now, the only form on the planet Earth, you heard planet Earth, right, that allows one per entity is the SS4. It says banking and credit purposes right on the form. Next thing it says one per entity. That's the ultimate goal. So why a corporation? We get the buffer tax. All right, it's corporate credit. We get to write off all the credit, interest rate too. From there, it's called, we get a piece of property or a house or a car in the division, and then I want the free buffet. Now, the divisions are simple. The line of defense, your banks, your grocery stores, and cities play the game of subsidiaries. You could play with division, which allows a line of defense. One screws up, you go get another one. Second chance. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. All right, separate reports, credit reports, real estate and liability. You don't know who's going to slip and fall and try to sue you. Line of defense makes sense under the corporate umbrellas. So you decide how to play. But again, I'm going to give you a guarantee. Statement of guarantee is very simple. I guarantee what I say I can do for you as long as you're part of the program and you do what I tell you to do and you follow through. Is that okay? Ultimate goal, do not violate. That means don't jack up cards and apply for credit during the program, because I always pay you first wrap or rescore. You're paying number 2 if you screw it up for you. Simple. If you mess it up, you call basically 800-510-3338. You talk to your specialist or Santos, the floor manager, and then we get you back in the program. Remember, You got an open collection account, solve the problem, negotiate. Past should never chase future. You have an IRS problem, simple. IRS.gov. You can download a form called 656 433A and B. I believe there's a solution for everything. Next, as we played the game of Rapid Rescore, I want you to understand when I created Rapid Rescore and Rapid Refresh 38 years ago with Ken Yarbrough and Harold Stokes, I want your scores to go up, up, and away. Here's an example, just happened over the weekend. 611 to a 738, 127 points. You see right there? It's right in front of you. Would you like your score to go up, up, and away? That way I do the Rapid Rescore and get you to the 750 and above. But you got to be part of the program. And I got to repackage you. You got to pay attention and follow through. Ultimate goal, once again, to rebuild credit. We negotiate a collection account if we need to. Debt ratio to 25, 29% and Rapid Refresh. Now you get a 750. Never forget, it's called the KISS method. People simple, stupid. We got a choice today if you want that 750 score, like I've obtained all my life too. Your choice is, what I'm going to do is rebuild you. I'm going to tear your credit reports apart. I'm going to make sure you get a Rapid Refresh. I want you to go to class on Saturday and learn rules and tools some more. Get your 750. I'm going to charge you $999. I'm going to give you a $1,000 card back to you. Now that's what the office is going to charge you. They make a commission. During the broadcast only, listen carefully, I will discount half price to $499 and reduce that card to $500. Okay, and that's all you got to do within 90 days of coaching with me. You can scan, literally that scan now, and pay now. The ultimate goal, half price, if it's during the broadcast. You can also take a picture of Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, RayRaceCredit.com, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. That's how you get a discount of 50% if it was done now. When I'm done talking, it's over. Call the office, pay the normal price. We're no longer having pandemic price across the board. Understand, you're assigned a specialist to hold your hand every step of the way. Next, if you give me referrals, I'll build you credit, or I'll basically give you 10% back. Now, please call 888-567-8688. I want you off the national mailing list. Opt out for 5 years. You have yourself on the mailing list. Junk mail and robocalls because you did it to yourself. You're a voter, cable bill, or you have a corporation. There's so many ways you did it to you. Basically, that's step number 4 today. Number 5, plan the problem. I think you've allowed someone to knock you down and rip you off. Probably a friend and family member. You probably spent thousands of dollars, something didn't work. Now I need you to write down safety credit. Every card you got in your personal wallet needs a sticky. You're going to put the limit. You're going to maintain 25%. You're never going to go past 29% ever again. There's your line of defense. All dashboards, because I've been pushing for 45 years to say 0 to 29% is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red, and they do that today too. That sticky will help you balance your debt. Next thing we have to think about today is very simple. The balancing that debt across the board. There's a science behind the madness. So let's understand, if you want a 740, 750 and above, up and away, Rapid Rescore has to be in place. Next, we have to think about the perfect cards. You see, everybody jacks this up because of an emergency or they have an excuse. Their paychecks, their lifestyle, but then they think this is free money. You can't write out personal credit. And when you jack it up past 20%, you're stuck. You can't get any more. You can't write a dilly squat. But you do have all cards using the 29% rule, but 2. The 2 cards that don't use it, they have 2 limits: paid over time, all right, and unlimited to $1 million. So if you ever want me to build you a gold and platinum card, personal or business, let me know, because I'll build it up for you too. Ultimate goal. As we do this, what happens when most people have an emergency and have a job loss or something, they tend to do the same thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, then they jack up their personal credit and get stuck. They do it to themselves. They should have asked the creditor to increase the limit at least. You can't write out diddly squat, but if you use corporate credit, you get to write interest rate in the credit card, you can write it all off to start the business, you can actually win. Now what happens today, the average person wastes $50 every other day. If you needed $5,000 now, what would you do? Ask your friends, your family, the bank, they're usually going to say no when you need it. But if we have a $5,000 card in our hand, we can max that sucker out and the payment's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes every other day, you can maintain a $5,000 credit card and not bring the pain home. They also said the average person wastes 140 a week. That's 600 a month. If I take $600 off of a corporate credit card, I get to write off the card, interest rate, and the credit card, everything I do. Payment $612.26. So if I did that, I can buy 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic with a drive-through and quit using the pain home and have some common sense. Reaching your goals, believing in you. Me, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke that record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, heck, I was kicking the door jam at 10. And I used to kick the basketball hoop too. See, white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. You got choices today to listen and learn. Nixon took the gold standard out. What do you do next? Most people didn't pay attention to that. Please write down Ray's rules. Write down 100,000. Next, I'd like you to think about if you want to use 29%. That would have gave you 71,000 of safety credit case blankets the fan. Lost a job or pandemic. Never use personal credit to start a business because that's called stupidity. You hurt the family. When you use corporate credit, you write the cards and the interest rate in the line of credit. And you win, you absorb the taxation usually. If you lose, you get rid of a division like the bank and grocery stores do. You don't bring the pain home. That would make no sense. That's step number 7 today. All right, raise rules. All right, become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home again. Simple to do. There I am dead. H1N, why don't you Google my old address? Find out I'm factually verifiable too. See, the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. But God's delays aren't God's denials. Let's teach you how to rebuild your life so you break even. All right, and balance your debt. Is that okay with you? And then let's put all the extra money in the corporation because it's a credit life and get 10 cards per entity. That way you have over $1 million. Simple. And what happens next is simple. It's not basically me besides me building credit for you and your corporation as a bonus too. It's not legal accounting advice at all. So we could play if you want to. This year is to repackage your life up to $1 million to $5 million. The goal is simple, checkbook money. The banks give you up to $150 with no tax return, as long as you own it for 2 years. Would you like up to $5.4 million? Let me know. Here's your line of defense too. We got to have corps and divisions, the ability to play the game and win. Just remember, what is a corporation in front of you? Chapter 18 says a corporation is a legal person, may sue or be sued. Now, I was at the Hope family house being used and abused at 7.5. I heard this. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird, probably true. You know what I did the next day? I rode my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department, library next door. I went and go, man, what does this mean? She didn't say a word. I thought she was being rude. She walked away and came back. Here's a mocker face. Here's a bug. She was a bee. That's how she talked. I read the book. Then I realized there's no blueprint in the market. And the only blueprint you have right now is me. I'm your blueprint. Pay attention today. I went back to that library for 2 years. I sent away my money order to the Secretary of State of California. And I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I got 100,000 of credit in the mail, and I was named the movie Dave. See, I found out corporations are free when I was 9.5. Pay a little filing fee. People who spend thousands are just stupid. They just kill money. Now, if you allow, because I'm an affiliate, I'll build you credit under the tax ID. That means the corporation divisions get as much credit as you want. Would you like $1 million? Let me know. We could have fun with that too. And then I did it as a stunt years ago, and Harold Stokes almost turned green. What did you do now, Ray? I built credit for my cat. Meow. See, I'm at the Bonaventure Inc. magazine's interviewing me, and I said use plastic to finance your business. So let's understand something today. A corporation gets sued, you're screwed. They come after you. But corporations for banks, groceries, and cities, they have subsidiaries. I want you to have divisions. In other words, today we're going to get out our magic wand. You're going to have 9 divisions too. One screws up, you're going to get another one, another one, another one, another one again, another chance to try. As long as you have no intent to do fraud. So if you want to build a line of defense, I wrote the rules and tools for you. That way you can build a corporate umbrella. Isn't that fun? Every tax ID, I'm allowed to build cash reports. Then I get you cash credit. You can write off the credit and interest rate too, and then line you up for some checkbook money. Oh, goody. Now, here's 7 reasons why you want me to do it for you. Now, keep in mind, very simple. You can't take a picture. Write down. It's your line of defense. Screw one, go get another one. Write down they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, and my multiple credit reports, real estate, separating pieces and liability. You know, who's going to slip and fall and sue you? So I'm allowed to build your credit reports under Experian, Trandio, and Equifax under a tax ID. Would you like me to do it for you? I would suggest 9 divisions if you want up to $1 million. That's my recommendation for that line of defense. So if I get you a gold card, unlimited up to $1 million and paid over time limit, my next question would be, would you like 9 sisters? Would you like some more? Every division has the ability, and you can have properties and franchise. You go through McDonald's, it says operated owned by. They bankrupt locations too every year, but they don't bring pain to the parent company. They just write it off and get a tax credit. So you can put a franchise in every one of those too. One that gets screwed up, go get another one. Just don't have any intent to do fraud. The ultimate goal, you get to play. But again, today, if you want, you can take a corporate card and loan out money. And then you can create a cash flow up to $5,000, $10,000 a month to replace your income or enhance it. That's if you want to make some money. You see, your goal is simple. When I created my first matrix, I took 121 divisions and I created up to $190,000 a month. That's just because it was fun. You see, all of you can be the corporate millionaire. If I can do it, you can do it too. Now we have a corporation managing entities. What are we going to do? Okay. All right. So the bottom line is it's basically simple. So what do? Corporation does not do business. It manages entities. One of the entities is in trouble. What are we going to do? We're going to have emergency meeting. We, the board, vote and elect to disconnect, isolate, and incorporate. If I can't save that division, I'm going to bankrupt under the Federal Protection Act, but I'm protecting the corporate other pieces and my family. Why would anybody bring the pain home? I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. It's like, where the blank have they been? Divisions and tax IDs is the name of the game to play. Now, if you allow me to do the divisions for you, bank account, show you how to do. I'll do the tax ID, the paperwork. I'll add 2,000 of history in the credit reports. The office sells each one for $1,000, 3,000 for 3. During a broadcast, I discount things usually half price. It's $1,500 for 3 divisions if you Zelle during the broadcast to get the corporate umbrellas. But it's up to you. If it's not Zelle, call the office. Just make sure you understand you're going to pay a little more. Ultimate goal, repackage you up to $1 million to $5 million too. Today, I want you to focus on credit card money to $1 million and $5 million of checkbook money. I think that should be your goal. Simple to do. Now remember, I'm online 6 days a week live, repackaging you. 45 days, 45 years, in person or online. I don't have excuses like most people do. So I got this setting the tone up coming up in a couple of days. You might want to play. But again, this is 3 days going through my books and CDs, giving people level 1, 2, 3 in specialty classes, and building another 25,000 of cash credit. So we're going to go through the Millionaires Founders Kit, real estate, become the bank, tax balancing, buckets of money too. Ultimate goal, very simple to do as we structure it. Now the office sells it for $10,000. I discount half price during the webinar for $49.99 if it was done during the webinar. If you just want the classes in the 3 days event, then it's $1,000 a day. Simple to do. My last and final one, so don't think you're going to the next one, there won't be a next one. From there, Zelle, you put what you Zelle for, Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire, now. Not done, pay the full price. Now I got this become the bank and become a Ray Reynolds Millionaire member. You see, this is a 6-month boot camp. Last time I did one of this is 2008. I interview you, I inventory you, I create your blueprint. We're online every 2 weeks together with the group of 25 people. And we're gonna Zoom, Zelle, and Zoom From there, we're going to call you. I'm going to call you weekly to wake you up, shake you up. But then you get a level 1, 2, and 3 specialty classes, 180 days. Simple. I'm going to get you up to $100,000 of credit. Normally 10%, that's 10 grand. From there, I'm going to show you how to daisy chain it up to 5 million. Remember, it's a 6-month commitment from you and me. Normally it's $35,000. Today it is discounted to 10. You pay in full, you say 10%. You put half down. If you need to, you put 5 payments of $1,000 for 5 months. There you go. Last and final chance to get into this too. You get setting the tone for free. On top of that, it's my last and final one I'm going to do. So again, I'm going to tell you it's a Zelle bank transfer deposit now if you want to save 50%. There you go. Now I got specialty classes too. It means every week I have a different one. They rotate 8 of them in a row. This Saturday is called tax balancing. It's at 3 p.m. I have 10 classes on Saturday, always live. From there, I charge $9.99 for 90 days of specialty classes. If you just want to go that one time to tax balancing this Saturday, it's $4.99. In your Zelle, you put what you Zelle for. Simple to do. Now, checkbook money is an unsecured line of credit from the banks up to $150. So would you like up to $5.4 million? Let me know. We can structure that for you too. So the goal is to understand how corps and divisions from the cash credit to the checkbook money as well, line of defense. All cash applications require a certified CFO, ultimate goal. So remember, I'm going to remind you, the greatest cards on the planet today are very simple, okay? Because all cards use the 29% rule besides 2. These 2 cards are simple because I don't use the 29% rule, and they have 2 limits to them. They have paid over time limit and up to $1 million. It is your gold and platinum cards. It would help you balance your personal credit, not screw it up again. Then we can build millions and millions to the corp and the divisions. If you ever want me to do one for you, all right, I always charge you to build it up $9.99, ultimate goal. Now, if you want a line of credit to $100,000, the office charges 10%. During a broadcast, I discounted 60%. So that way you can get it for $4,000 for $100,000, $2,000 for $50,000, and literally, all right, $9.99 for $25,000. Added to your program, you have one today, 60% discount. It is always a Zelle bank transfer deposit or wire. So when you use personal credit to start a business, I'm sorry, I think that's silly and dumb because you jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't run off dilly squat. When we use corporate credit, because borrow money is not taxable, we get to write it off and absorb the taxation. Usually, if something screws up, it's a division, then we go get another one. We don't bring the pain home. When you retire, your bills never go away. Have your cake and eat it too starting today. Ray's rules, please. You get to play. So remember today, your left hand says SSN, I'm a duck and I'm a sheep. The other hand says SS4. Oh, that means you don't pay tax or you make a profit. IRS public record. So why don't we go to irs.gov and download a 1244 form? File a tax return and almost pay no tax ever again. S corporation for you. Now, if you've got $1 million check hypothetically for me, and I just gave it to you, all right, hypothetically only, and you put in your personal bank account, sorry, I'm going to say that's silly and dumb. You only get to keep $375. I would have told you put it in a corporation. You keep all the money, pay the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. Is that how rich and famous people do it every day? Probably true. So we look at the United States of America Incorporated. They set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. So there's their line of defense in front of you. You didn't pay attention to. And they even created Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act. In case blank hits the fan, they stay in business, get rid of the debt. You could have learned to play a long time ago too. What's wrong with you? Are these turned up yet? Goal is simple. Why don't you Google bankruptcy? And now you can decide in the future when something hits the fan again. All right, are you SSN in your family being the duck or corporation, division, subsidiary under the tax ID? Again, it's a choice. As we play, let me add you to my credit system today. That means if you have a corporation, you want $1 million of credit. I'll build it for you as long as you go to class and learn rules and tools. Ultimate goal. See, what happens to most people when they get a corporation before they met me, they pay $5,000 and they get nothing for nothing. They learn diddly squat. Attorneys, CPAs, incorporating services charging $5,000. You didn't learn nothing besides killing money. I learned at 9.5 years old, corporations were free. You pay a little filing fee. California's even waiving the fee currently till June of this year. You don't have to be a duck. You can learn not to be a sheep too. But again, here's a starter package for you. Here's a starter package for beginners. All right, we're going to rebuild the credit, rapid score. If you don't have the articles, I give them for free. Articles also has tax ID. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, I'm going to give you $5,000 of credit back, and your investment's $1,999. Average corporate now is $3,000 for a silly piece of paper. During the broadcast only, when I'm online with you now, okay, I discount this as you learn to be the CFO, half price. Call the office, you'll pay $19.99. Through me, you scan now, you pay now through invoice, $9.99. Very simple to do. All right, you get $5,000 of credit back to you. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you to be there, and I'll be your coach for 90 days. From there, $1 million in the making. This is my favorite one because it comes with $25,000 of cash credit, $5,000 normally. That way you get 5 times your money back. But during the broadcast, I discount this one too. That way you get 10 times your money back for $2,499 today. And I tell you flat out, Zell, now. If you want $25,000 of credit and all the packaging for you for $24.99. If you don't, it's okay. Call the office. They'll love to charge you $5,000. They make a commission. Simple. Run your life through a corporation in conjunction. Beat your doubt. Run your own race. Kind of get out of my way. I rebuild you, please. Getting past go. I'll show you goodies left and right. All right. Mansions in the harbor as well. God's gift. How about race boats and yachts? To say the RayReynoldsUniversity.com. How about helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too? Now I need you to change your driver's license today, if you would please. P.O. Box, mailing address. More privacy. Next, I'm sorry, you bought your car, you're the registered owner. You let them sweat you for 5 hours, lost 5,000, got 9 inquiries. When you turn that paper in, you could have wrote down and allows 1 inquiry, took a picture. You should have set your tone that day. I'm sorry, but in a lawsuit, in a bumpity bump, they sue you. They want to take everything you got. You got to learn to play. See, getting a car under the corporation's fleet price tax ID division never shows up on personal credit. It's a corporate write-off. You're a CFO. Simple to do. If you're the registered owner today and they sue you because you got it in a bumpity bump, they want to take everything you got. If it was a division, by the way, they're going to get diddly squat. So why don't you plan the problem, stop bringing the pain home, and learn to play? Well, that's up to you. Each property you ever get should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you. So keep that in mind too. Your personal life should be broke even from your paycheck to your house payment. Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? They know how to play the game and they know how to win. So again, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He used a line of credit to buy Twitter in 2 days. He's got a spaceship. So the other 2 guys have spaceships too. So you could play the game and learn to win, all right? And you can win the battle too if you want to. But again, that's up to you. Once you think about money into more money, reference 3 times 5. See, most people kind of waste it away. I've taught millionaires to become billionaires. Carl here doesn't pay state or federal tax ever, no matter how many billions he brings in. Walt Disney had $1 billion in cash, was to pay tax, but they didn't pay tax because they wrote an IOU to themselves. Borrow money's not taxable, leveraging the money to more money. You can learn to play today. I tell you to get a division of you to receive money in daisy chain credit. If I'm rebuilding you at the same time, have one of these too. But again, that's credit under the tax ID. I charge $999 for a division of you. During the broadcast, I discounted to $499. Again, it's a sell now. From here, you get a specialist assigned to you to hold your hand every step of the way while you get to my classes with me. Run your life through a corporation or a conjunction, please. That's what I'd tell you to do. Now keep in mind today, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Your paycheck's taxable income, correct? You pay tax, you get the leftover. Then you pay car payment, gas, registration, insurance, and you should be yelling no driving a company car like I do. Why not? Step 17. Now, I'd like you to get an SS4 today. I'd like you to look at line 10, says banking and credit purposes. I'd like you to understand it's public record. I'm telling you the truth. It'll set you free, and you can find out basically you don't have to be a duck. When they see you got a duck. So the reality is simple. When Nixon took the gold standard out, every woman has to deliver the baby. She has an SSN handed to her within 2 hours. So the baby goes in the stroller, the car seat can go home. Baby gonna go get a job or something and get that SSN? So the reality today, when you buy a house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. If you have a house that's not in a trust, they see you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat. Why don't you learn to play? Simple. You fix up a property today, you hire a contractor that hires a subcontractor that's standing outside Home Depot. Good workers, but they slip, fall, and cut corners. They sue you, they take everything you got. My way, by the way, planning the problem, they get diddly squat. Why not? Once you look at irrevocable trust, but do what you want. That's number 19 today, 6 more to go. As we play, I get people on list every day. Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I tell them knock off the garbage. I mean, come on, you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. If you tried it, go back to irs.gov, 656, 433 A and B, get yourself back in the system. By the way, that's called step number 20 today. If you ever want to be an OPM and get up to 70% discount, you can. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. Escrow closes, you have 200,000 left over. What are you going to do? Most people act like the rich and piss it away. How about we do this? We leverage that 200,000 to 15 to 20 million dollars. Is that okay with you? Raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable, set up the line of defense. By the way, that's step 21 called blackjack. Now you get to win. Now let's understand today, there's the Ray Reynolds University. All right, 2009, doing up to $1 million a day, 3 states as well, having fun. But I did find myself in a coma and got to die and come back and help you. From there being homeless, what did I do? I didn't go boo-hoo-hoo. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I don't stay down, and from now on, neither do you. That's why you have the blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. No more excuses. I will tell you what to do. I want you to pray to follow through every step of the way. 1,000 steps, millionaire. CFO certified. Simple. Repackage you up to $1 million, all right, to $5 million this year. Checkbook money, never forget that. Step 22. The ultimate goal of corporations, a legal what? Person may sue or be sued. You get to play and we get to get corporate credit for the corporate and the divisions to write it all off. It can finance itself. We don't have to steal from the family and jack up personal credit, be a dummy again. Simple to do. Line of defense. Keep in mind tax IDs and credit reports and cash credit. Lining up for checkbook money. Credit reports. Again, 9 divisions recommended by me to you, up to $1 million of cash credit. Line of defense. When I do the divisions for the corporations and I do the tax ID, I get you the credit report set up with 2,000 of history. So that's 1,000 each. From there, normally, all right, 3,000 for 3 at the office, but with me, I discount half price. You get 3 for $1,500 if you Zelle during the broadcast. Only during the broadcast would you get that kind of discount. Ultimate goal, there's your Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, and the message you write down, use Zelle for. Simple. 45 years in front of people, online or in person, rebuilding them to millionaire status. We got setting the tone in a couple of days. 3 days, all right, we're going to basically give you level 1, 2, 3 specialty classes, 25,000 of cash credit, 14,000 of bonus stuff. Now the office is very simple. We're going to go through the books. Millionaires Founders Kit, real estate, become the bank, tax balancing, buckets of money. The office sells it for $10,000. I discount it half price through me for $49.99. If all you want is the 3 days by itself with no bonuses, it's $1,000 a day. There you go, my last and final boot camp for you. From there, it's a Zelle. In the Zelle, you put what you Zelle for too. Next thing is become a Ray Reynolds Millionaire member. This is a 6-month program. Last time I did it was 2008. What we're going to do is basically interview you, me personally with you. We're going to inventory you. We're going to get that blueprint set up for your goals. You're going to be working with me for 6 months personally. We have a Zoom every 2 weeks, and I'm calling you weekly. From there, you get basically level 1, 2, and 3 special classes for 6 months, and you get up to 100,000 of cash credit as a bonus, and I teach you how to daisy chain it to your divisions. Again, 6-month commitment together, normally 35,000 what the office sells it for. My discount today during their webinar is 10,000. Pay in full, save 10%, put 5,000 down, 5 payments of $1,000 today. That's during the broadcast only. So my last and final one, you get setting the tone for free. The ultimate goal. From there, understand something today. It is a Zelle bank transfer, deposit, or wire only. As you do this, ask yourself a question: what are you willing to lose? I didn't get a typical mommy and daddy in a family as a kid. I don't know what that's like. So me, I can't lose my wife and my kids. Finally got a family. Corporations sue, they tend to sue you. So why don't we have the line of defense called divisions? That way we both win, and we lose pieces on both sides playing chess today. But at the end of the day, we both get checkmate. I think that's the way to play. What do you think today? Give me referrals. I'll build you credit or pay you 10%. You see, reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible using Ray's rules, making millionaires of corporations, divisions, and training people to be certified CFOs. I've done that for 45 years. Let me add you to my credit system. What do? Analyze you, show you exactly how you get the American dream. From there today, never have joint credit. All right, just in the way, buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. When you get a corporation, you spend thousands for a piece of paper. It's not made out of gold. You kind of killed money. They're free in all 50 states. You pay a little filing fee. Divisions, real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense, Raise rules. I give bonus cash credit so you can finance the business, write it all off, and take away any excuses you've had in the past. Bottom line is step 24. Ultimate goal, 750, be the CFO. Rebuild the credit, you have to be part of it. Rapid refresh. Each score goes up 90 points to 200 points. Simple. We rebuild the credit, rapid rescore. All right, you go to class on Saturday. All right, you get in a 750 score. We charge you $9.99 at the office, give you a $1,000 card. During the broadcast with me, I discount half price, and then basically you can scan now, and you can literally get that card for $500 to reimburse yourself. That's the ultimate goal. From there, starter package for the millionaire, rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles also tax ID, $2,000, you get 5,000 credit back, set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. During the broadcast, I discount it half price only to $9.99 if it was done by Zelle now. You get 5 times your investment back. Better than being in Vegas, huh? 90 days of coaching with me. The millionaire in the making is 5,000. You get 25,000 of credit, 5 times your money back. During the broadcast, I discount that only to $24.99. That way you get 10 times your money back. Very simple to do. As you do this, it's a Zelle and the message you put what you Zelle for. If you want to pay more, call the office. They'll charge you the normal fee. It's pretty simple to do. So everybody should be a corporate millionaire. Banks and grocery stores do this in front of you, so do cities. Your first goal is to not bring the pain home, become a certified CFO, and make sure you reprogram your brain into millionaire status. Looking behind the curtain, we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And our goal is never to bring that pain home ever again. So if you got the pricing through me and the discount today, if you Zelle, all right, it's going to be discounted to you. If you don't do it right away and you want to call 800-510-3338, go ahead. Keep in mind, they will charge a little higher fee. They make a commission at the office and the call center too. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.